One of the biggest questions we get is HOAs, homeowners associations, and what they cover and how much do they cost and all those different things that just kind of run through your mind when you're looking at buying a home. All right, so first off, a homeowners association is not a terrible person or a horrible situation. A lot of times you hear those horror stories about how they are always picking on people. Maybe you've seen the Geico commercial where the person is cutting people's stuff because it's not within code. That's not how it really works. Their job is to keep the housing area that you live in to a standard so that way for resale and enjoyment of the neighborhood, it all stays the same. A lot of people don't like it because they're told they can't plant certain things or paint, and that's just a trade-off for the homeowners association. What you want to look for though in an HOA is certain things that will do. So what is their maintenance at, okay? What is their maintenance, right? Is it just the neighborhood? Do they take care of the front yard? I mean, those are different things that they could possibly do. They could also do, let's see, so they do yard possibly, they do area, right? The roads and stuff, right? They could also do maintenance on the house, right? Some of them actually do cover the HOA fees, cover the maintenance on the outside of the property. So you need to ask those things because if they can, it's less maintenance on you have to deal with. Also, you can have your insurance company lower the cost of the home because you can have the maintenance done paid through the HOA. What else do they do? Right? They could have amenities such as pools, right? Clubhouses. Let's see what else. Gyms, right? So if you're paying for a gym right now, you get a homeowners association, and then you find out that the HOA has a gym, you might be able to cancel your gym membership. And then that's one less thing that you have to pay for out of pocket because it's already covered in the association. There's also other things that you need to deal with, right? One of the biggest problems is that most people don't realize that the HOA fee is actually taken away from their home payment. So if your HOA fee is say $200, and you want to keep a $1,500 payment, right, for the purchase of your home, they're actually going to slash that and say, okay, your new payment has to be $1,300. You need to be able to realize that. Now, as a realtor doing this for a while, let me grab this, is that we factor that stuff in from what we've trained to do. So here's a rule of thumb. Now, your loan officer can give you a much more specific number to deal with on how much it works. This just is so an idea of what you can afford. It makes it a little bit easier. So we're going to use that $200. So $200 a month payment, right, times 12, right, equals $2,400 a year in HOA fees, right? That's one of the things that we have to deal with is that, so what we do as realtors is we go, okay, so we have to factor that in. So what we do is we times this by 10, making that $24,000, and I'm going to explain that. So this is the number we have to factor in for what you have to actually afford. So if you're buying a $300,000 property, right, and you have an HOA fee of $200, we're factoring that you're going to actually have to qualify for a $324,000 property. Okay? So $324,000 is what you'd have to qualify for if you bought a house that was $300,000 if you wanted to keep your payment at a certain level. Now, the other thing we can do is we can look for a $276,000 home, right? And then that will factor that in and bring you back up to your 300. So just for a quick math, right? The HOA fee every month, right? Times 12 equals how much you pay for a year. You times that at 10, and then that's what you have to qualify on top of what you have for your loan amount. So if your loan amount is $300, then you technically have to qualify for $324,000, right? If we can negotiate down, and you could get a property for $276,000, and that would bring it back up to your $300,000. And that's roughly what it is. Like I said, your loan officer will be able to give you more exact numbers than that. If you have a question, bring it on over to your loan officer. If you don't have a loan officer and you'd like one, we can refer you over to one. All right, I hope you're having a great, I hope this helped. Stay tuned for any other videos that we have that might be able to help you with your purchase.